Welcome to the Spotlight segment. This is a segment dedicated to interviews with developers or interesting happenings in the world of Android. And now for this week's episode, here's your Spotlight.
Let's now turn to our Spotlight section where we discuss that very well-known annual event at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. This year it took place from the 2nd to the 5th of March, so just last week. Who wants to kick us off with this one?
I think Karen is so much into this WMC, something I would like to call CMC, Chinese Mobile Congress. I know someone will cut my head off, but well, my reasoning is lots of Chinese innovators are out there. You see a lot of those Chinese companies there, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's just unfortunate that I live in a place that I cannot get some of those, but I'm hearing some of those or reading about some of those phones. I'm looking at that Narzo, Narzo. I think that phone is only coming to like in India or something. But then the Real Me, which is like a 10,100 milliamp battery, I'm like, put my name on it, I would love to have something with such a big battery. And boy, I don't know, Ed. I don't know about you, but
yeah, that's bigger than my tablet. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. You get a big tablet, and probably maybe it's like 9,000 milliamp or something. How big is your battery in your tablet?
8,400. Yeah,
8,400, and here you have a little phone with 10,000.
That's crazy. That's madness.
But we've had a phone with 20,000 for a while, haven't we?
We have like 20 plus, but that's the Doogee. I think Doogee now has that whatever 6 something that is 20, and it has the fascinating part about this one.
What Realme is doing is that rather than Doogee is doing real budget phones, but what Realme is doing like top features with a massive battery. This is crazy. This is what the matter is.
Exactly, but like the one I was talking about, the Doogee thing, it has something different, like an electric igniter. So, for example, if you're someone who goes camping and you don't have a box of matches or a lighter, you could use it to start a fire. So, I'm like, wow.
To be fair though, Samsung did that with the Note 7. That also has an electric igniter.
Yeah,
like
unintentionally,
you can start a fire with that too.
Yeah.
I love that because just imagine you're out somewhere in the woods and someone forgot to bring a box of matches, or you don't have someone with you that smokes and doesn't have his lighter, and you got your phone and
you got your phone out. Yeah, here's my phone. I can do it. It's a lighter.
And you just
that's brilliant.
I love it. To be honest, I wouldn't mind getting that.
You and I need those phones, so give us those phones,
I
right?
know. And it has a big, projector, or it has, the flashlight is just big. It's not a puny thing.
Yeah, it's a huge one. Yeah, huge flashlight.
Yeah,
and the good thing about that is, like, it means things have come full circle. So you used to charge your phone off the cigarette lighter socket in your car, and with this, you can light cigarettes off your phone. I think that feels neat to me. It feels like the circle of life is closed on that particular
exactly
issue.
And most importantly, when you can use it in charging your other devices, I think that is so neat. With that 20 milliamp battery, you could charge other phones. Got your little puny phone out there, it's dying. Here, let me give you some juice. So I think I'm loving this. Maybe I'll look it on Amazon. I think it's like $399. I don't remember the pricing that I saw on it, but frankly, I wouldn't mind getting that just for giggles and just try to unbox it, see if it works or not, accessibility wise. Sally, was it you and I that got the Doogee some years ago? I don't remember who it was.
No, it wasn't me. Doogee. Yeah, they sell phones here in Turkey, but not that big battery phones. Only like budget phones. with a
Yeah, but
small
I mean the
battery. Yeah,
accessibility. I think there were two of us that we got it. I think Gary got it too. At the time, it
yeah.
was 256 gigs, and that was a
Wow,
big thing at the time.
wow,
But then
wow.
after updating it, the accessibility got broken. I think it was my friend Farhan in Pakistan. That's right.
I know this was my fault, but we should probably try and get back onto Mobile World Congress, shouldn't we? Because this phone was not, in fact, released at Mobile World Congress. We were on the Realme before I sidetracked us, weren't we? And other interesting things. Tell us more about the Narzo phone. What was that, Warren? What's good about that?
So the Narzo thing, like I said, I think it's only available in India. And I'm trying to remember who the manufacturer is. Is it? I want to say it's Honor. Maybe it's not Honor. I don't remember who
No,
it is. But
isn't the nozzle from Realme?
is that the
Yeah,
one from
NAS is
Realme?
from Realme. Yeah, it's from
Okay, yeah.
Realme.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the
yeah,
Narzo from Realme,
yeah.
and that's
It's
the one
Realme.
with the 10,100 milliamp. So the one I'm saying that's also just available in India is the Honor 6 Lite or something, and also has like maybe 6,500 milliamp battery.
Oh
So
wait,
it's
the
just
600 Lite. As far as I know, yeah, they have released it, but not in the
They
MWC.
they also released the V6, the foldable one with the biggest battery for the foldables.
Yeah, this was the start of the show. Actually, although it was
Yeah,
released before the show, actually it was released on March 1, but it's considered
yeah.
also
I mean, I
related.
really want
Yeah.
to try one of those phones. I mean, yeah, they're good for like it's really big for the size, like when you unfold it, but still has a really slim build and also really big battery, considering for like a fold phone.
Yeah, and Samsung and Pixel have to think now
Yeah,
to do something.
exactly.
Yeah,
They
because
need to do about it. Uh-huh.
exactly.
I don't know what the problem is when it comes to both Google and Samsung, for example. It seems like they're kind of afraid of the big battery or, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
But,
they here
frankly,
here.
what we want is a battery, right? I mean, if I have
Yeah,
a great phone and the battery is not, holding on for a good
yeah.
period of time, then,
So
that great phone is useless, right?
here's where the problem lies. I mean, we as a people, we use like a non-stop audio playback on our phone, so that really doesn't help with the battery. Like we don't get the exact battery lifetime when we are using with a screen reader. So we really need a big battery, and they don't want to do this just because they are scared of the scandals, like when Samsung faced 2 years ago. Uh, Most famous Chinese brands are now with a silicon carbon pill, like with the batteries, but Samsung and Fruitwell, they are not doing it just because they are scared and they want to swim in the safe waters.
Talking about Chinese and moving on to OnePlus with that OnePlus 15T. I mean a smaller phone, in today's language with 7,500 milliamp battery, and then here I got my Pixel 10 Pro XL, which is bigger, or maybe Samsung 26 Ultra, which is bigger. And
Yeah,
coming in with a puny battery, and look at that thing,
yeah.
7,500 milliamp.
I I don't want to accept this. I don't want to say, okay, I'm good with the Samsung 26 Ultra. Like when you've seen other flagship devices from those Chinese manufacturers, they are really doing that they at their best. Like speaking of features, they're really well built and well structured. The build is nice. The overlook is really good. When you touch the phone, it's big. It's big but still so slim, and the battery is really big. But Samsung is doing the same thing for years and nothing is changing.
So,
Like 22 Ultra, 23 Ultra, 24 Ultra, 20, 25, 26, nothing has changed in terms of battery. Like, yeah, no words to say. Though I'm a Samsung fan, I should be honest here.
and the surveillance software on those Chinese phones is absolutely amazing as well. Knows exactly where you are and can hand all your data off, which is probably why it wants such a big battery, so it can sustain that whole harvesting of your data for that much
Oh boy,
longer.
Ed. Oh boy, Ed. Yeah.
Well, are you confident that other companies aren't also having backdoors, and that other
I think
countries?
all of them they do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
some
and
way or the other.
there were things, and people already know the whistleblowing that happened. And actually, I'm not going to talk about politics here, but we all know that
Yeah,
all countries do this. Some just announce it, like, I mean, China says that, yeah, people.
Oh, Karen girl, you fell into that China. You fell into
Korean.
that China.
Like the funny thing is, as
Yeah,
soon as you said
you
China,
fell
you're
into.
going to
You
China.
see what China did to you. China just nicked you right
Yeah.
there. So Ed is right.
They cut her off.
For them,
Yeah,
Xi
you are
Xi
censoring
Jinping
her
was
off.
there. Xi Jinping was there.
yeah.
No, this is more censorship.
Oh,
Oh, brother. Blame it on the boy. But take that part again, because
No.
it was just cutting you
I
off.
believe Xi Jinping was there. Yeah.
Yeah, now seriously. So when we talk
No,
about
do you
so when we talk about all these things, Karine, yeah, it just one has to decide who would you rather hand over your info to. Are you gonna hand it over to China, or are you gonna hand it over to someone closer to you? For example, if you have a Samsung device, for example, I don't know that Samsung collects anyone's info, but yeah, well, they may do. But would you trust Samsung with yours, or would you rather trust some company in China that you have no control over, that you cannot even sue or whatever? I don't know. So it's a toss up.
Well, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hello? Okay, so actually, if we are being serious here, there's no indication that the global variants have any surveillance. I mean, the global variants of the Chinese phones. This is the first thing. The second thing, which is we actually hand over our data to companies intentionally. We have, like, if you look at the amount of data that we give to companies, to social media platforms, for example, and to other apps, without even thinking what we're giving them. Actually, the amount of data that we are giving willingly is like, it's actually tremendous data. So they don't even need to just try to take our data, whether legally or not, because we are actually giving our data without even thinking about it. So I think if you look at this from this perspective, you have to say that already they know a lot about us, and they just have like profiles. They know our interests. They know everything that we do. I mean, not literally, but they know many things about us. And so this is the case whether we are using Chinese phones or other phones or whatever. So it's the problem of this age, and the problem of the like getting everything for free and giving back our privacy and our data. So
El Fribo, huh? Well, so Karen, here's the no, I wouldn't mind the Chinese phone necessarily, even though I know I'll be, I wouldn't be using it as a daily driver. But my problem with some of those Chinese phones is when it comes to the aggressive nature of trying to kill things. Like on the Eloquence beta program that we have, a lot of people that are having problems is with the Chinese phones because they're killing the screen readers. So
you got a point here. You got a point here. They're
so
so aggressive.
that's my most concern. As
yeah.
to the collection of data, my concern actually has to do with how it treats my screen reader. That's where I'm concerned.
You can normally tame that though. It's like the annoying little ads that pop up, certainly on the Xiaomi. You had to go and sort that out. Normally, you can stop the throttling. I mean, it's definitely more work than
I think
on.
I heard from one of the YouTubers watching one of the Honor phones review that he says one of the Honor phones that he has is also showing ads on the gallery, for example. That's no good.
Yeah, I don't mind the ads. I mean, even Samsung could show you ads if you're not careful.
No,
but
I don't agree. I mean, imagine like I paid this amount of money to get this phone like $1,000 and something like that, and I'm still seeing ads. I already paid to be the premium, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's an
Yeah,
ad.
but
It's not like
ads
it's
are not
Facebook.
shown. Ads are not shown on $1,000 phones. I mean,
Yeah, but
Xiaomi shows you on the Redmi phones, and I don't know about Honor.
no,
You're now telling me, but
yeah, still like
Honor has phones that are $80. I mean, someone got an Honor phone for $80, so
yeah.
it's a working phone. It works.
boy.
So, yeah.
Xiaomi certainly showed me ads on my 12, which was not an $80 phone, and you had to go in and stop it doing it. You could go in and stop it doing it, but it certainly did it by default, and that was a sort of $600 phone.
Yeah, and
$700.
like I said, it's that screen reader issue for me is probably something that's of most concern, as to maybe an ad here and there.
Let me explain. Here in Turkey, those Chinese phones are really like so popular, and one blind person when they want to get that phone, they want to know like if their screen reader will be killed or not, if it's going to be alive or not. Like asking a lot of communities, are you using that phone? Are you using Xiaomi? Are you using Honor? Are you using Redmi? Are you killing my screen reader? If so, I'm not going to buy it. If yes, if it's going to stay alive, yes, I'm going to buy it. That's the thing goes here. I mean, we are not certain about what's going to happen when you buy one of the Chinese phones. This is a big problem, in my opinion. That's why I'm still
there's
going
a lot
with
of
Samsung.
ambiguity going on there, and
exactly.
you don't want to buy something and then you figure out it's not working well with your screen reader.
Kudos to them for doing really great job and pushing other manufacturers like Samsung and Google to do the same. But something is not working right. Exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah, but if more users use this phone and are able to report issues, I think there could be, I mean, at least a possibility for change.
Yeah,
exactly. 100% agree with it. But the thing is, they don't want to take that risk. No, but like, okay, somebody's buying that phone. Okay, he's okay with it. The next version, the next edition of that phone is going with something that's broken. So nobody wants to suggest that phone. Just they don't want to take that risk. Because okay, if I'm suggesting that phone and it's not working for you, you cut my head, right?
Well, so let's say it this way. When it becomes available, I'm gonna look it on Amazon and I'll get it for giggles and unbox it and use it as a daily driver. I'll put on. I got the Helium Zero. I talked about it here maybe a couple months or so ago on here that gives you phone access for no payment at all. Now they've decided to take taxes on it, which is fine. So mine is like maybe 99 cents a month. You get up to 5 gigs. So I'll get one of those Nazos and I'll let you guys know how it is. But frankly, like Karen says, if we don't report these things, they probably are unaware of what's going on. And so, we need to let them know, supposing that they will hear us. That's assuming that they will hear what we're talking about.
A couple of days ago, one of my friends bought a Vivo phone. It's X300. It's a great phone with a really nice big battery, 6500. He likes that phone, but something is not working for him. Like he wants to use CSR, the Jisoo, but there is something wrong with the Braille keyboard that he wants to use it with together. So he wanted to report it to first the developer of Jisoo, then to Vivo themselves. So let's see what happens.
That's not the annoying 3-finger thing again, is it?
No, it's not the 3 finger. Like there are like some letters like dot two. Like if you want to write B, it's only A. If you want to dot H, it's only E. The dot two is not working at all for him. That's the problem.
Yeah, so definitely, these are things that need to
Mhm.
be reported. But and most especially, though, I mean, confused screen reader is their brother from China, so that guy should be the
Yeah,
one actually to
yeah.
reach out to those, the what was it? The owner? Did you say what phone was that? The Vivo
Yeah,
or
it was
Vivo?
Vivo. Yeah, it's Vivo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he should reach out to Vivo Las Vegas and tell them fix that nonsense up.
Exactly, exactly. Other than that, it's a great phone indeed, but for someone who really relies on Braille, that's a drawback.
Yeah, but I couldn't get what's the problem. Why are you reporting this to Jisho? Actually, Jisho doesn't have a Braille keyboard. This is the first thing.
No,
And
well, Jisu works with the ABK Advanced Braille keyboard,
okay,
and
it
with any
does, but it
here is the thing. With any other screen readers, he can type, but with Jisu, he can't. So then
what?
he needed to what for like using any other screen reader like TalkBack, the Toontown, Prudence, he can write. He can type any letters perfectly, but using Jisu, he's stuck. The dot two is not working.
Oh my God! And
Yeah.
do other multi-finger gestures? I mean, the multi-finger
Yeah,
gestures
all
when
of
you're
them,
using
all of them
Jisho, do
work.
they work?
Yeah, they work. They work. Yeah.
Well,
So I
there's
see where Karen is coming from, though. The guy,
Yeah.
the Joshua screen reader guy may say, well, I don't support Braille anyways. So,
yeah,
but
as a matter of
I don't know.
fact, Jisho uses the Vivo AI services. So
I think
and
he can
Vivo,
figure that out. I think he can figure it out. Like
Well,
once.
then, yeah, it should be
Yeah.
reported to him that this is
Yeah.
not working. And so,
Mhm.
since he has access to them, maybe he could let
And
them know.
one another thing for the Vivo phones is when you're in the quick settings, there are unlabeled buttons next to any toggle. Wi-Fi toggle, unlabeled button. Bluetooth toggle, unlabeled button. So they needs
Yeah,
to be
well,
fixed.
that's
Yeah.
something that is prevalent on just
Mm.
about every Chinese phone. I mean, even including the One Plus. I mean, you got some
Yeah.
areas that you have, and even the what's that
Yeah.
thing? The one I want to talk about next, the Nothing. You have then
Yeah.
Nothing has some problems like that too. Now, talking about the Nothing phone, it seems like they are giving up their Nothing flagship, maybe just concentrating on the A series, because now you got
Maybe at least for this
the
year.
regular A and the A Pro. What's up with that,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah, I
Ed
think
is
they're
from your
not doing
house.
it. They're not thinking of this year, but maybe next year they will be coming with 5 probably, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's very strange and slightly disappointing, isn't it? I don't really understand. Maybe they think that's just not where the money is. Maybe
Yeah.
they're not selling.
Trust me, but Nothing Phone 3 was a really decent phone in many ways. One of my friends is using it. It's pretty accessible and really has no issues at all.
which one? The Pro?
It's 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the
Nothing
mid-ranger.
3.
Actually, they are all considered mid-rangers. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Even the Pro it's an upper mid-ranger, maybe, but it's not a
Mhm.
high-end device. But
No, it's not
Yeah.
let me
high-end.
tell you something. I think those companies are competing in countries where it's not that easy to be like a present. I mean, like Samsung, they don't have this issue. Samsung is like dominant already in many areas, and it's like in the United States, people could go for Samsung or Pixel usually, nothing else, if we're talking about Android devices. However, other companies who are competing in China, which are competing in India, for example, and other countries, they have to be very, very cautious when they take decisions, especially when we are talking about prices and the value and the stuff. So for that reason, I think, and if we talk about, if we look at the people, there are people actually, many of them are unable to go for the high-end devices and to pay a lot of money for that. So I think this is what makes them just be so much like interested or just putting a lot of effort in having devices that are mid-rangers and low-end devices. So this is the point, and this is what makes them different, and this is what makes them sometimes abandon certain series just because they don't give them the money that they want, or the people aren't really interested to get them, because usually people are just interested to get the mid-rangers and to pay actually less. So they get the best, or they want to get the best, but with the least money they can pay. So I think this is the point with all of those companies.
You totally make sense, Karen, and most especially when we're talking the Nothing phone here. I mean, the Nothing phone, let's be honest, has never been like a flagship phone. In my never to be humble opinion, even the regular Nothing phone was just a glorified mid-ranger. So as you indicated, most especially here in the States, people going in to look for an Android phone, they're going to be looking at Samsung most especially, or at sometimes maybe Pixel phones. But other than that, I mean, no one knows about something called Nothing phone. And so I can see the strategy from them is to kind of just abandon that and just go with these mid-ranges, because frankly, they probably will be selling more phones, selling those mid-rangers in those other countries where they could compete favorably with mid-ranges from Samsung, for example. You're going to get a better bang for your buck if you get like a Nothing Pro 4A Pro, or if you get a Samsung A36 or A57, whatever, or new coming A57 or Pixel 10a, for example. So yeah, I see where the strategy is.
What about Moto in the US? I think it's still a thing.
Yeah, Moto, you see, South America is like its biggest market outside of maybe China or India. But I mean, out here in the West, Moto is there, but it's not very, I don't know what the deal is, but did someone say, though, that Motorola is now going to be giving us 70-year OS updates? And frankly, if that is true, I mean, that was one of the downsides to Motorola, because you get the phone and maybe get an update, an OS update, one more, and that's it, or thereabout. And so it's just, I mean, it's kind of discouraging to people. But like we always say, though, most people that get phones don't even know of any updates anyway. They just use their phones, to be honest. It's just us Android enthusiasts that we're always, talking about these features and, OS updates, security patches, whatever, and all of that. But yeah, if Moto has that new policy where we could now have, say, a 7-year update, OS update, I'd always said, they have damn good phones, and the UI is very clean. I mean, it's kind of just like a Pixel experience, or, Sony. There are 3 of them that have that nice, clean UI.
I think, someone did say they were getting 7. I don't think we know which brands it is. Which models it is, or whether it's applied retrospectively. I mean, I think the other issue for phones like Nothing, you say that most people don't know how many software updates they get. Most people outside of our sphere, where we have to think about screen readers, probably don't even know what operating system they're running. So they won't say iOS and Android, they'll say Apple or Samsung, and then they know they look different, and then they'll see Google and I heard Google, so I'll buy one of those. But Nothing, you need to have some brand penetration, don't you? I think OnePlus did it a little bit, but never really massively mainstreamed, was it? And that was because you got quite a lot for your money in the early days with OnePlus. And Nothing, it's Carl Pye again, isn't it? So trying to do the same thing, but obviously they've decided to entrench and go for the mid-range.
Yeah, OnePlus just didn't take off here like they hoped it would, and it was such a shame, because just Verizon and AT&T. You see, here's the problem here in the States, is that most people get their phones not necessarily from Amazon. They get their phones from the big carriers. And now, you got these MVNOs that also have phones that they will let you have. But even those MVNOs, what they have is either a Samsung phone or a Fruitvale phone, So, and then, occasionally you find a Pixel phone. So really, I think that what really killed OnePlus here is the lack of adoption from these big carriers. If they had, then it would have exploded to where people could get, other Android phones other than Samsung. But, you get to the party early, people know your name, and the girls know you. That's the one they want to stick with. Some Johnny just come lately. No one gives a right about you. So that's what's going on here.
Yeah, and people buy a lot of their phones from carriers here. I think our carriers are possibly more forgiving about phones that aren't bought from carriers. You can get them on Amazon, but it's the same. I think maybe one carrier sold OnePlus, but mostly those sorts of phones you don't get on carrier.
Well, just two things actually. The first one is the best phone of the best phone award. Went for the Samsung, or actually two phones, the Samsung S26 Ultra and the iPhone 17 Pro, although both of them weren't released at the show, but they were considered the best phones, and they got the award. And Honor got an award actually for being for its battery technology. Actually, it's a new silicon carbon generation batteries. It's slim, and it's able to hold more energy. Although it's very slim, I don't think. Yeah, they aren't available in any phone yet. But it's really, the technology itself is interesting, and it should allow Honor and other brands to give you slim phones with big batteries. So it's the days of a slim phone, the days of either getting a slim phone or getting a bulky phone with a big battery. I think they are over, and things will be better in the coming future, actually. So yeah, this is the thing. And one bad thing that happened, one disappointment in this MWC, was that Honor didn't give any details or didn't announce anything related to extending the availability of the 500 series and the Magic 8, actually. So this means, until now, we can say that this means that both won't be available in the global markets, despite the fact that the 400 series phones were available last year in the global market, and the Magic 8 is really considered a good phone. So Honor is just keeping it for China. So if you are in the global markets, you won't be able to get any of the 500 series except the 500 Lite, which is, for me, it's not that good actually. And Honor already released the 600 Lite, or the Magic 8 Pro or the Magic 8 Lite. The Magic 8 Pro could be considered expensive for many people. And the Magic 8 Lite also is not considered really a high-end device like the Magic 8. So that was really a disappointment.
So what you're planning to get? Which phone you're planning to get, since it's not there?
For now, I'm sticking with my Samsung until I find something that interests me. But maybe they will release the 600 soon. So I hope that this time they will have it available in the global markets.
Let's see.
So this award you're talking about, Karen, we're talking WMC awards, or what award is it? That's WMC award, right?
MWC, they have awards every year in certain, like for certain things, and they have the best phone of the year.
And that's so funny. The Samsung Ultra is not even there yet, but it got the award, right? I love it.
And the iPhone as well. iPhone was released maybe in September, I think. So yeah.
Well, at least in September, though, it's already in people's hands, right? But I mean, the Ultra 26 Ultra, I think it's just started shipping, right, or whatever the case is. But so this goes to prove what we were talking about, right? Most people, when we talk Android, you know, are thinking Samsung because they're everywhere. And to be honest, based on how many different models they have. I mean, those guys, I mean, they had to cut down. They used to have like almost every letter, you know, of the alphabet. They had fonts for every alphabet. You know, A, they had like even D and E's back in those days. And there's, I think they still have the F series and the M series. So, I mean, these guys, they just have too many phones, to be honest. So no matter where you live at, no matter what your budget is, there's bound to be some kind of a Samsung phone that may fit that budget of yours. And that's one of the reasons why they've become so ubiquitous just about everywhere, you know. So I can see them getting that award without it even being there.